This is one of the great moments in the Columbia Cup each year. The noses are starting to tip out toward the center of the river. We are 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark. 5 minutes from the start. And I say it every year, it's the same thing, but you got to see it to believe it. All this color is going to come away from the dock. JMK is going to come first. Then it is going to be Bert Henderson. Down at the far end, the next boat is going to be Brian Perkins. Then it is Jimmy Shane.
Yeah, they're coming out now.
They're kind of coming out a couple at a time here, so not as a group. And interesting as we've seen it before, guess who's just sitting at the dock?
Andrew Tate.
That would be the Tater. He's just sitting at the dock. He hasn't even tried to fire it up. Seen it many, many times before. Let everybody go out and start fighting for things. Kevin, gotta look good. A lot of color right here.
Oh, it is gorgeous. The two red boats have gone by. Now we get the Home Street Blue boat. Plus the red, white, blue, Graham Trucking American Dream, followed by the 99.9 Perkins, who's having to try to maneuver his way through some wake. And then the green, white, and red Oberto is now getting up to Tire Factory Turn 2. Still looking at Andrew Tate at the dock.
And Brad, we should touch on the success of the new Home Street hull that debuted here a year ago just for testing. That's just kind of run roughshod through the H1 fleet ever since it came out on the Columbia River. Just to test.
And
here comes Andrew.
Tate is up and on plane.
And again, just like he did last year, he just comes right up the dock row and hasn't even turned right. Now he does to come over and say hello to Kevin.
He is taking a hard right to get up right on the buoy line.
He sure is, as everybody else is coming down behind him at 3 minutes and 15 seconds to the start.
JMK in 1, Shane in 2, at least for now. Bert Henderson's on the outside as they head to Agri-Service turn number 1.
The interesting thing will now be about what is the timing. Tate has to get his timing now.
Cutting across the ESCO electric infield.
Yep, that'll be Jeff Bernard coming across the infield.
In the bright Oberto Super Salami, the 1918 to the front stretch. Meanwhile, Andrew Tate is on a slow trip down the back stretch.
And let's see who, if anybody, cuts across from back to front.
240.
It's a bit early to do that, but
you could do a double cut.
You could try, then you really get, I think, behind the 8-ball if you do the double cut.
Well, and if you do a double cut, you pretty much have to do a triple cut because you'd have to go, no, seriously, you'd have to come to the front.
Yeah.
Then you'd have
The entrance pin, Jeff's heading towards Jeff's cutting the course to come to the front straightaway now.
Across.
Watch that 2-minute mark at the start-finish line, 2:15.
And J. Michael Kelly's going to follow. They have jumped through the ESCO electric infield.
All right, so it's what is your mark, Brad, down to turn 1? 130.
You don't want to be down here at 130. And it's 2:04 right now.
Bernard in 1,
2 minutes.
J. Michael Kelly in 2, Tate in 3. Where's that going to leave Shane and the rest of the group? They're just
By Cat. He's right on here, about 3 boat lengths back.
If they want to have a shot at him, get him out to lane 4.
Oh, look at this maneuver coming down the front straightaway. Who is that? The third boat coming down. Is that Tate?
Perky, you're outside. These guys are all packing up in here. We're a pretty tight minute 40.
Just about to this buoy at 135.
Yep, he did it on the backstretch too when there was nobody around him. So right now,
130 right now. They hit the buoy.
You've got Bernard to the inside, Kelly next to him on lane 2.
watch their speed.
The one and Tate in lane 3. Will anybody cut across?
Nope. They're all coming down.
They're all the way down.
So it looks like the first 3 lanes have been claimed.
Yeah,
And
look at how slow they're going,
I'm
though.
not seeing
Watch
any
the speed warnings.
Strobe lights. I'm trying to keep an eye on that.
4, 3.
And look at Andrew Tate's going back and forth like a NASCAR driver warming up his tires.
He's just trying to scrub off time.
He is.
We got a couple of two pairs of boats coming up after them with looks like the 99.9 with Brian Perkins. I see Bert Henderson there.
Yeah, Shane's going to settle in lane number 4 outside of Tate. Tate's still doing that S curve out there back and forth, trying to save himself some time and keep up the speed. Perkins outside of Shane, then you got Henderson. Inside, Jeff Bernard, the Super Salami, has lane number 1. We haven't heard any radio chatter about any possible speed problems, at least for now. It's the HAPO Columbia Cup finale. And our special thanks to our title coverage from Farmers Exchange on News Radio 610 KONA and 610KONA.com. 10 seconds as they come off turn number 4, Buffalo Brothers. On the inside, Bernard. Then you've got J. Michael Kelly, Andrew Tate, Jimmy Shane, Perkins, and Henderson. And on the inside, it's going to be J. Michael Kelly with the lead coming down the front stretch. Henderson with boat speed on the outside.
Good look at 5 boats, start 6 boats. They're coming 6 wide to the corner. First one down here is JMK.
And he is flying that boat around the turn. Jimmy Shane is way outside. Now he's in the tail of Andrew Tate, and he is way off pace.
That's it. Roll. Lane 2, go. 4 on the inside guy. Let's go. Get out. Lane 2. Go.
5 laps to do it, Kevin. J. Michael Kelly way out in front now, but you can see Andrew Tate trying to catch him on the outside, inside the rooster tail, just outside of him, as they come around to turn number 3. Rattlesnake Mountain in the backdrop as they get to Buffalo Brothers turn number 4 to the exit pin. J. Michael Kelly in lane number 2 has the lead. It's Andrew Tate outside him on the right side in second place, and Bernard in the Oberto Super Salami in third place as they come across the Bosch Thermador Appliance start-finish line after lap number 1. Down the front stretch, it's J. Michael Kelly with the lead. Tate challenging. Look at Tate fly that boat down the front stretch.
Really flying, and he's back about 4 boat lengths, but that's going to be the race out front, Kevin.
Boy, Kelly is bouncing off the water in the turns. Tate a little smoother, and he is down within a half a rooster tail of that 12, flying down the backstretch, walking the sponsons as Bert Henderson trying to catch up on Bernard for 3rd. Jimmy Shane currently in 5th.
Yeah, Shane is in 5th. He's trying to make his way through the pack, but he's got traffic in front of him. Up to the race leaders. We'll watch Andrew Tate as they get into number 3, turn 3. Freedom Equipment Rentals. It's J. Michael Kelly on the inside and the Graham Trucking, the 12, with the lead as they come around to the exit pin of turn number 4. Tate has fallen off the pace a little bit around the top end of the course.
It's just you two. A good start in the water.
And now, Bert Henderson in 4th, and then you've got Jimmy Shane in 5th place. Tate is trying to challenge coming down the front stretch, but J. Michael Kelly's on the inside as they get to Agri-Service turn number 1.
This is unbelievable boat racing. These guys are flying. It is Kelly, and then it is Tate, and it's about 2 boat lengths between them.
Kelly,
I'm going inside.
maybe lane 2. He is flying about a 3/4 of a rooster tail lead, trying to walk those sponsons and keep that boat light, as his Tate.
Watch Shane, he just went to the inside.
Ooh, Shane just cut to the inside, so maybe he can get around Bernard in the Super Salami.
Okay, we're keeping the course big on him. Keep it big in the turns.
In front of him, but at least he's on the inside now. He's got the short course.
He has
up
a
the
chance
top.
to take over 3rd place coming up the back stretch, up to the top end of the course, the west end. And at the exit pin of turn number 4, it's going to be J. Michael Kelly still with a half rooster tail lead. Andrew Tate tries to reel him in as they come across the start-finish line now and down the front stretch. I don't know that Tate's going to be able to catch him. He gives him a run down the straightaway, but then J. Michael Kelly pulls away through the turn.
Kelly is down here now, and you are right, Michael McDonald. He has opened up water. He's got about 7 boat lengths coming to you.
And he's taking it out wide to force Tate even farther around the course as they get up to the backstretch, and he's now got a rooster tail lead as they head up on the Pasco side. Tate flying the boat well out of the water as they try to get some speed.
Now we've got a race for 3rd place, and it's Henderson.
Henderson on the outside with the Oberto and Bernard on the inside. Shane back into the middle between those two, and it's the Oberto with the lead going up the backstretch. Shane, I think he's just in that tunnel. He can't do anything.
Through this corner real good. Mike took him out to about lane 4, so if you can put it on the pinch, you should be pretty good.
Up to the top end of the course, and I don't think Tate's going to be able to catch J. Michael Kelly. The white flag is out for the HAPO Columbia Cup. He's walking it back and forth. It's the 12, Graham Trucking, coming down the front stretch with J. Michael Kelly. Can Tate give him a run on the final lap? We'll find out as they head into Agri-Service turn number 1.
This is it. This is the final time around. Can Kelly hold him off one more time? Kevin, he's got him by almost a full rooster tail. Bring our leader around.
And he is wide out there in front, lane 2, flying the boat. Tate trying with everything he's got, but he's being forced out too far, and now Kelly flying down the backstretch. Tate, a full rooster tail behind.
Almost a rooster tail and a half. Tate's trying to climb back into it, but he has run out of real estate. Watch.
Get him here. This is it. There you go. Good turn.
inside. Henderson on the outside.
Shane has moved to the inside to try to get some short distance, but it's Bernard right now, but Henderson flying up the back. Looks like he's gaining a little bit. He's within about a half a rooster tail, if not less, for third.
Checkered flag is out for our race leader, J. Michael Kelly, the 12 Graham Trucking, coming across.
It is you, Andy. Nice job.
Now to take the HAPO Columbia Cup, Andrew Tate in the 1, Delta Real Track takes second place. The battle for third continues with Jimmy Shane with the inside lane. We've got 3 boats at the top end of the course. Jimmy Shane's on the inside. Bernard is in lane number 2. Henderson's outside, and it's going to be Jimmy Shane out of nowhere to take third place. Bernard will come in 4th, Henderson in 5th.
Man, I couldn't hold that fucking corner to move out to get burned. I was just stuck in the shit.
Third place.
They were up there so early, and then I got back in the slump, had nowhere to go.
Water to run in. J. Michael Kelly able to come down that front stretch on lap number 1 as we started the race in lap number 1, and in lane number 2 he was able to get around Bernard in the Oberto, and he had clear sailing from then on out. Perkins crossed the start finish line, and also Corey Peabody in the 98 Graham Trucking across the start finish line. So everybody gets points, everybody started, everybody finished, and that was one heck of a final race for the HAPO Columbia Cup. A1 pit reporters, they've got a job to do as we hear from our winners and everybody that was battling for the big trophy after a great weekend of racing.
All right, Mike. Right on.
How your first hit? What do you do when Daddy wins?
Hold up your fingers. Here, I'll take those. Hold up your fingers.
Do it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Great interview there.
I made up for Madison.
You heard Mike right there. He said he made up for Madison. I know he felt bad about that. And that had to do with timing marks. But Madison's in the rearview mirror right now. You are the winner of the 2019 HAPO Columbia Cup. And I got a hunch you want to say something about your crew because you kept saying, I got to get more speed. I've got to get a better boat ride. At the end of the day, you had it all.
Oh man, I'm just so honored to even get to do this, and I can't say enough about these guys. We've really been struggling, and you know we've had a good boat, but we just haven't been able to get over that hump. And you know, there's no give. These guys don't give up, and they told me they would figure it out, and sure enough, I mean, each time we went out there, we got faster and faster, and I drove my heart out for those guys. They are the ones that bust their butt in this heat and blood and sweat, and I get to go do the fun part and go race a boat at 200 miles an hour. I had an amazing time this week, and it was some of the most fun I've had in a long time racing. I had some great deck-to-deck battles with these guys, and that's how it should be every single time.
What does this do for the team and the morale? Because I know you didn't get what you wanted back east, but this one's a big one on the schedule. You got it. What does it do for the morale?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, we just beat fastest boat on the circuit, and then you throw in the U1, the other Madison boat, Oberto, and of course, you know, the list goes on with the 7, and you know, our other boat made it out in the final 2. So to go out there and compete with these guys and be able to beat them, that's awesome.
And you couldn't see it because you had a right side rear view mirror that was pretty full of Mr. Tate, but behind them, they came off that upper corner 3 wide, deck to deck for third place. It was really close.
So I could see him in my mirror the whole time, and I just was hoping I could get around the corners clean. I knew if I had one hiccup, I could be getting past on the outside. But man, what a boat ride. It's so fast, and it's been a while since I felt that, so it's pretty cool.
Did you have a killer combination in your back pocket that you knew you were going to throw at them all weekend?
We just been throwing stuff at it all weekend. It didn't, I mean, whatever these guys put at it, it's got faster each time, so you know, I just can't say enough about these Graham Trucking guys. Rob Graham for giving me the opportunity, and you know, we're fortunate to have his son Troy here taking care of us and keep an eye on us. And you know, of course, all my crew, Tom Anderson, you know, everybody, my wife for allowing me to do this, and of course my biggest critic, my 10-year-old, always wondering why I don't. He asked me why I don't win races, and well, he'll leave me alone tonight.
Well, congratulations. You talked about your crew. There's some fans on about, but you talked about your crew. I think you've got a nice reward for them because they get that tree next year and they get all that lovely shade on that dark red boat.
No, they so deserve it. I'm so happy.
Mike, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Great job. You're the champion. 2019 HAPO Columbia Cup, J. Michael Kelly. Sounds good.
Thank you. Oh, that's awesome.
Shake this guy's head. Jeff Call, thank you.
Good job. Oh, I should have worn my sunglasses.